How's everybody doing? So, like the title says, I did get a new camera. Um, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that or not because I finally figured out the quality issue with my camera on my phone as well as uploading it. It was the Movie Maker program that I use to edit my videos. But I don't know if any of you guys have an Android and did the update recently. Well, I have the S6 Edge and I did the update and it has severely messed with my phone. Like, my phone dies really fast now and it overheats constantly. Like, if you watch my previous video, the entire time I was shooting I had to make that video like 10 times because it kept cutting my video recording off and telling me to wait for my phone to cool down, so I had to keep sticking it in the fridge just to make it record. So I got tired of that, and my wife realized how upsetting it was for me, and she told me for my birthday she would get me a new camera. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Well, since this is happening, this has been happening in my last couple videos, she decided that she would get me a camera. So that's what we did today. We went out and I checked Best Buy, I checked the PX on Post, I went to Walmart and Target, and it was kind of hard deciding which one I wanted because I wanted something with the flip screen so I could still see while I was recording for you guys, because I hate not being able to see myself because I don't know if I'm cutting my head off or anything. So I was looking for that, but none of them with that flip screen were either in my price range because I wasn't going to have her spending a whole crap ton of money on a camera. But I also wanted to make sure that it was 1080p because I want to create good content for you guys. So it was in between the Nikon. Hey, what's up, Mr. Monopoly? So I went and I narrowed it down in between the Coolpix S7000 and the Coolpix B500, and they were only about $50 apart. So I went with the B500. The only thing that I don't like about this camera is instead of having a rechargeable battery, it actually runs off of AA's. But according to all the specs and everything, this lasts about 4 times longer than a camera that has a rechargeable battery. So I'm okay with it as long as it lasts a good amount of time. And it does have a screen that rotates, but doesn't necessarily rotate to where I want it. It is 1080p. It does have built-in Wi-Fi, NFC, and Bluetooth. And since it's a Nikon, it does come with the app for your phone to where you can download it and Bluetooth connect your phone and everything. So every time I make a video, it automatically sends it to my phone. So it won't be hard to upload my videos, or it shouldn't be any harder than it already is. And then I can also, just like the Mechanic Man 92's camera, I can, zoom and pause and all that good stuff through my phone, so I can see myself through my phone. So I guess that's just fine since I don't have that feature of the screen actually being able to flip around. But here, I'll show you up close. That's the top. It's got a pop-up flash. It's got like a 40 times zoom. I don't think I'll be zooming in that much for these videos, but it's definitely gonna hopefully improve my video content, and I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully I won't have any more problems since I'm not gonna be using my phone except for these live videos. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. How your guys' weekends been going? Yeah, and if you guys watched that video that I made not too long ago about the digital caliper in between the Pittsburgh and the Mattville one, sorry about that, guys. I made that video like 3 or 4 times, and I ended up deleting a bunch of clips and trying to remake it, and it was so aggravating. So the video didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, but I hope you guys still enjoyed, but sorry about that. My last couple videos, it has just not been going well for me. So definitely a huge thanks to my wife. She's so amazing. She got me a new camera, and I really love doing this, and she knows that. So that's why she got it for me. So I really want to thank her for it. She's amazing. Thank you, Bama. Good weather. Where are you at? Who is that? Neil? Yeah, it's been pretty nice here too. It's hopefully 90 or 70 to 90 degrees. So it's not too bad around here either. Isn't it usually always nice in Indiana? I was in Arizona. I was in Arizona stationed there for like 2 years, but my wife is stationed in Texas, so about a year ago I moved to Texas, so that's where I'm at now, is El Paso. Oh, the do not enter sign? I forgot to mention that. Me and my wife went out to eat last night, and we ended up walking through there's this walkway in between the Chihuahua Stadium here in El Paso, and it was just sitting on the ground. I was like, oh, I got a couple other signs in my garage. This will be a nice addition. It's not like an actual like metal sign. It's like plastic, but it's pretty heavy duty. It needs cleaned up, but I'm gonna mount it somewhere on the wall. Pretty sure people wouldn't stop looking at me because we're walking past the Chihuahua Stadium. Big game going on. I'm just walking around with the do not enter sign trying to cross streets and stuff. Oh yeah, I told you guys in my previous video, if you caught it, my fuel line kit came in for my Camaro build, and it's a 6AN, it's a nylon braided, it's also steel sleeving on the inside as well, so it's pretty good stuff. I got plenty of it. I definitely don't need this much. I think it's like 30 feet, but it also came with a whole bunch of fittings and everything. I've never actually put together a steel braided fuel line with AN fittings and stuff. I've watched plenty of videos on them, but it doesn't look like a very fun process. So we'll see how that goes. I'm waiting for my fittings to actually adapt it to the car to come in the mail so I can actually start mocking it up, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll use like a die grinder to cut it, or if I should use, you know, like shears, or I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out. I know, I wish it was metal too, but oh well. How long has my project car been in progress? Well, I bought it maybe about a year and a half ago, and when I first got the car, I probably had it for 3 months before doing anything to it, and then after that I started the process of the interior, which came along very slowly, but I got that all done in a couple months, except for the seats. I had the new insulation, carpet, repainted all of the interior, all the LEDs and all of that I did within like a month. And then after that, it was just little stuff like the dash cap, and then some exterior stuff like all the headlight kit and the side markers and all of that was done within, all of the body work basically was done within the first 6 months. And then after that, since I was stationed in Arizona by myself without my wife, I was living in an apartment, so I didn't have the tools necessary or the garage necessary to actually start the big part of this project car. So I had to wait, and I just drove the car for 6 months with that little V6 in it. It ran fine. I mean, it definitely needed some help, but it ran fine. I drove it all the way to Texas. It was like a 4 or 5 hour drive, and it made it just fine. But once we got here, my wife was still in an apartment, so we lived there for a few months, and then we finally bought our house with the garage, and that's when I was really able to work on it. So had the car for like a year and a half, only been working on it, like as far as the engine and all of that, for about 6 months. So it's actually moving along pretty fast, but I wish it was done already, but That's just not realistic. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? How much longer before I'm done with school? About a year. I still have about a year left. I'm in my 7th phase right now, and I think there's like 20 phases. So, but it's going really well right now. I absolutely love school. I was really nervous because in high school I never tried, and I always had barely passing grades, and that's just because I copied everybody else's homework. So in high school, I just thought I was an idiot because I refused to ever study. And then I went straight into the military after high school and stayed in for 8 years. Never really did any schooling except for some online classes. And so I was really nervous going back to school after 8 years of not going. And surprisingly, I'm doing really well and I'm happy with it. And because I try really hard, I do my absolute best. There are quite a few people that show up and don't try whatsoever, and it blows my mind because most of them are paying for this. The VA is covering me to go to school, but a lot of people that are paying out of pocket aren't trying, and it blows my mind. It's really weird. Yeah, I could have probably had a little bit more done on the Camaro if I wouldn't have bought tools, but I need to prepare myself for the real world, and so I had to kind of take and give on the Camaro project. I had to, sacrifice some time from that in order to get myself some tools to prepare myself. But that slowed the progress down a little bit, but we're still moving along on track pretty well. Really don't have much left. I'm waiting to send, this stuff out. I contacted the guy that's gonna hydro dip this stuff for me. We're gonna get it done in carbon fiber, and then I wanna have the pulley system powder coated black. So as soon as that gets done, then we can get back on track. I have been working on the wiring harness on the passenger side again. Not really anything worth recording. I just electrical tape around the stuff that I know I'm going to be using, and then separated the stuff that I know I'm not going to be using, but I'm not cutting anything yet because I want the car running before I go deleting anything. But as soon as we get that stuff painted, we can actually start, mocking up the radiator, because the radiator is going to be a different size. I'm going with a 3-row, and it's like 1.5 inches taller, so I got to do some modifications to make that work. And then the biggest task is going to be getting in the new shifter, because I'm going with the B&M ratchet shifter, but with it being a 5-speed car before, that's kind of difficult since there's just a big hole in the floor and nothing to actually mount the B&M ratchet shifter to. So I got a buddy at school that's going to actually weld me up a plate that goes over that, and then we can mount it to that. So there's installing the shifter, installing the radiator, ordering the transmission, and I think that's about it. I mean, little stuff here and there, like a new grill. I still gotta install my horns, which I just recently got. I still haven't installed them. I found a good mounting point. This is the horn kit that I got. So that's gonna go right behind that grill, and run all that wiring. I'll show you guys how to do that just in case somebody out there is trying to hook up horns in their vehicle. Comes with a wiring harness too. Pretty decently priced. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to try this new camera out. It seems really nice. I played around with it for like an hour or so before this video and all that. And it seems like a really nice camera. So I'm pretty excited to see how that works. I want to test it out and see how well it actually uploads the videos to my phone, and if I'm able to access those videos with the YouTube filmmaker or whatever. Because if so, that'll make things, pretty easy. But if I have to transfer them from my phone to the computer, and then from the computer to YouTube, that might be a pain in the butt. But hopefully it's not that way. Has anybody done anything fun this weekend? I didn't really do anything. I think we went out to eat, went shopping, set up the baby's room because my baby boy is going to be on the way here in June, so we're prepping for that. Car show where at? I think there was one here in El Paso, Springfest, and I was gonna go, and my wife wanted to go too, but that's when we were out shopping. But the flyer for it, or that it looked like it was just for like lowriders. Oh damn! How was it? I was gonna go, but it seemed like the flyer made it seem like it was just like a low low stance contest. So I don't know, was it a full-blown car show or was it just for low cars? Well, I would hope I wouldn't get jumped at the event. Mostly imports, yeah. I kind of figured it would be mostly imports, but I like anything domestic imports. There's good of both worlds. Thank you, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he will change my world. I'm pretty excited though. Nervous, but excited. Yeah, because the flyer, how the slam competitions go, the cars, people sit on the cars to try and get them as low as possible, and then they got, the bar that the car tries to ride under. Oh, you have an 83 Camaro? Did you take it to the event? Yeah, it took me forever to get this live video going. Like, I don't know, something's going on with my Wi-Fi and it's sucking. Like, I have 3 connections available, and for some reason it's only allowing me to connect to one, and the other 2 won't connect to any devices. So it's really annoying. So my Wi-Fi is not as good as it normally is, so I gotta call my internet provider. It's not show ready. You been working on it, or is it like your daily, or what? Another thing I got coming up this week is I'm still in the brake phase right now. We're doing drum brakes and disc brakes and all that fun stuff. We got certified on the Pro Cut, which I thought was pretty cool. But something I gotta do is I gotta install a clock spring in my wife's car. It's an '09 Kia Spectra, and the airbag light is on, so I gotta tear into that and hopefully not pop myself in the face with an airbag and get that clock spring installed. Your clutch replaced? Oh damn. Yeah, maybe I'll let you know as soon as we get into transmissions, and because it's free service. I mean, all you got to do is buy the clutch. We can install it. Oh yeah, that's the same way my old Camaro was when I had my '87. The engine, the same one that I got now, it was rebuilt 8 years ago. It was perfect and everything. We had it in the car, and I had redone the interior with another Camaro's interior, but the body was a whole nother story. It was basically the same color. It was like a dark reddish maroon, but it was faded. The clear coat was gone. It had a dent right in the front of the hood, and it comes like this, and there was a dent right up here, and you can't get that out. So we were gonna have to get a new hood for it, and then my rear quarter panels right above the fender wells were starting to bubble up with rust, and that's no bueno because that's all one solid piece back there. So you basically got to chop it off and replace it, and it was gonna cost me more in body work than anything else. So that's why I ended up just selling that one and getting this body, because this body is in perfect condition. I mean, the guy who owned this before, him and his dad painted it, but then he backed into something. The back bumper is not dented, but it does have a scratch like this big. But that's the only damage to this body besides them using self-tapping screws to hold this front body skirt on. But I'll fix that. That's a good question, because usually your ratcheting wrenches are going to be a little bit more expensive. You can definitely get by. If you don't have a lot of money, I would probably suggest just going with your normal combo wrenches, and because they will get the job done. But if you're trying to do for speed, trying to get a job done quick, and you do have the money for the ratcheting wrenches, I would probably just go to the ratcheting wrenches. But you also got to understand, you can't always put as much torque on the box end of a ratcheting wrench as you can a normal combo wrench. So it really depends on what you're doing. What's wrong with your Snap-on guy? I hear a lot of bad things about the Snap-on guys. I guess it's because they get so much business, they don't really care how they act towards some of their customers. But I guess I've heard negative and positive things about all of them. That's why I'm trying to basically buy all my stuff. Even like I stated in one of my previous videos, we got a Matco store in my school, and they sell stuff, and it's like supposed to be half price compared to what it is on the tool truck, but it's not actually completely discounted, because I can go on matco.com and sign in with my personal account and get the real half price for it. The Matco store still tries to bump it up a little bit to try and get that little bit of money that they can keep in their pocket. Ooh, good work shoes. Well, I've went over some of them. I can't remember the names now. I do just have a simple set of steel-toed boots from Walmart, and they are on the heavier side a little bit. They do weigh a little bit more, but they're cheaper. They're anti-slip and all that, and I've broken them in, and they're really comfy, especially for the price. I think you're looking at paying like $50 for the boots. The only downside is they're heavier, but spending a little bit more money, you're looking at a good $100. You can get yourself some light boots, because instead of the steel toe, it'll be like Kevlar or carbon fiber toe. So it all depends. They're all pretty comfortable. It just depends on the weight of the shoe. I can't even remember the name of or the brand that I have. I think it's Branham. Yeah, man, we can look at your Camaro anytime. What can go HD? What the hell? Yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints about the Snap-on dealer doing some stuff like that, where they won't warranty a product, or there's a lot of people that take in, like they got the old Snap-on pry bar set and they want the new one, and they trade in the old one and pay like $50 instead of $250 for the set. But then sometimes they won't trade, and they're like, no, we want full price for them. And I just don't understand it, because they're getting their money's worth either way. I live in the Northeast. Yeah, I'm like central. I used to live in the Northeast. I think it was. Yeah, it doesn't cost them anything to warranty them because they're getting their money back anyways. You know. I guess it's just some of them they don't want to go through the process because it's just too hectic. But you know, some of them out there like to take care of their customers and keep them happy because the happier the customer, they're gonna buy more. But you know, some of them will do like they did to you. And are you gonna buy as much Snap-on tools from him now? Probably not. And he probably messed up. But you can, you know, everybody always tells me you can find really good deals on eBay for Snap-on. And I see people, they're like, oh, I got this set for, you know, half price of what it normally is. Every time I look on eBay for something, you know, Snap-on or, you know, up there in the tool truck brands, I can't find crap for deals. I find like $40 and it's like a socket. I'm like, who's gonna pay that? But, you know, then I see some fairly good deals, but then I can just go on Snap-on, enter my login. I find it for an even better price, but then I have to debate, do I really actually need that tool? Like, I keep looking at the Snap-on ratchets because I can get the 1/4 inch for I think $49, and it's the long 1/4 inch, and then the 1/2 inch one for like $88, and it's the long one as well. And those are really good prices for those sizes of ratchets, and they're really, really good ratchets. But you guys have seen how many ratchets I already have. Like, I don't think I need any more ratchets. Maybe if something breaks, even though it's lifetime warranty and I can get it replaced, maybe if it's like one of my most commonly used ones, maybe I'll bump up to a Snap-on. But right now I don't think I need any more ratchets. I think I have close to 30 ratchets. Uh, that's the 1/2 inch impact, right? I'm trying to remember the name of the video. They literally just did a video comparing those two impacts, and you know, because in the Harbor Freight catalog, it always says the Earthquake XT beats the Snap-on. It does beat it in price, and they are about evenly powered, but the Snap-on takes less time to remove a bolt. They will remove the same bolts no matter how tight they are, you know, but the Snap-on one will do it quicker than the Earthquake. But you're also, you know, only spending $100 or $150 compared to $600 or whatever the hell it costs. So you're paying a 1/4 of the price, you know, and it takes you an extra 2 seconds to get a rusted on lug nut off. I think I could deal with that. What 1/2 inch impact would I recommend for do-it-yourselfers or moderate user, either electric or pneumatic? Well, if you want a real good one, obviously the cordless impacts are getting really strong, but they're still not the strength compared to the pneumatic ones. So if you really need something of strength, then I'd go with you know, the Earthquake XT from Harbor Freight. I've heard good things about that, and it's fairly cheap. But I'm not too familiar with any other 1/2 inch pneumatic ones other than, you know, your Matco and Snap-on. I have a 1/2 inch Matco one. Not sure what the price is because the VA paid for it for me, but it works really well. As far as cordless, I have a DeWalt 1/2 inch, but it's the it's like the compact one, and it's pretty strong, but it's if you're doing more and more work, I would probably get something like their XR version. It's the big one. It's got like 750 foot-pound breakaway, or 1,000 foot-pound breakaway, and 750 after that. But I know Milwaukee makes a really good one. Milwaukee is really coming up in the world. They got some great cordless tools all around. So that's my next purchase, is the Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet. and then I might move up from there and get some of their other tools. That long locking 1/4 inch flex head snap-on ratchet is awesome. Yeah, I've heard. I like the snap-on ratchets. You know, I only have one, but it is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, Ingersoll Rand is a great brand. That's my air hammer that I'm getting and my 90-degree die grinder that I'm getting. That's all gonna be Ingersoll Rand because everybody loves those. I mean, they're great. So that's what I'm gonna end up getting. Hey, what's up, Luke? Yeah, Ingersoll, all the way. Which one do you recommend, Milwaukee or DeWalt? Oof, that's a tough one. I have a thing for DeWalt. That's what I grew up on. It was very rare for me to use cordless tools or power tools all that often. I did a lot of stuff by hand, but when I did, I always used DeWalt and found them really great. But I can't really argue that. Milwaukee has really improved over the last couple years, and they're doing amazing things with their cordless tools. So I think either way, you're gonna be happy. But I'd say the more popular one nowadays is Milwaukee. You have the Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet? Yeah, a lot of people have it, and a lot of people love it, so that's why I'm gonna go with it. I don't actually have a Facebook page, it's just, Anthony Kleider. But I do have an Instagram, same thing, Tony the Technician. You can always hit me up through there. Where do I want to work after I graduate? Well, as long as I keep up my grades, top of the class, 4.0, 100% attendance, as long as I can keep that up all the way through, I'm applying for DSR with Don Schumacher Racing, work with the NHRA, and drag cars and stuff. So as long as I keep my stuff up and I show them I can actually, perform, hopefully I can get a job through them because they travel a lot, they pay really well, good benefits, and stuff like that. So I would love to do that. If I don't get into that, I'm not sure how long me and my wife will stay here in Texas after I graduate. If I can't get a job with DSR, I want to stay fairly close to home. And I don't want to work at any of the places there's a lot of places here in Texas that are run down and a bunch of home-owned, little car places, like one after another, after another, after another. And a lot of people just go to Juarez and stuff to get their cars fixed because it's dirt cheap. So business here isn't the greatest, and I refuse to work in those little dirt shops. I call them Juan Pablo's dirt shops because they're all, dirt floors, no AC, people outside with cars jacked up in the gravel. I'm not working there. I did not put myself and educate myself this far in order to go work in a place like that. But actually, CarMax, I might apply at CarMax. They have great benefits. They supply you with a majority of your tools that you need. Air-conditioned bays, good benefits, good, I think it's hourly rate, actually. I don't think it's a flat rate, but I'm definitely looking into that. And then there's a couple other places here in town that I might try out, but I'm thinking CarMax. But I'm really going for DSR. That's why I'm pushing myself so hard and staying on top of my shit. Top Fuel, yes. Milwaukee said they. Yeah, I know what you mean with manufacturers swapping battery types and everything. Like DeWalt they still use it. They have a couple different platforms, just like Milwaukee. They have the M12 and M18 and all that. But it is going to be nice once they, develop, the tools that can all work on a similar platform, because that's why I'm trying to stick to common tools like DeWalt and Milwaukee. Those are probably the only two brands I'll get, because I don't want to have 8 different types of batteries and 8 different chargers up on my toolbox, because that is just annoying. I want to keep it as simple as possible. 3/4 is. Oh damn, you work on some big shit. I don't need anything that big for the automotive field that I work on. You're like light duty and heavy duty diesel and stuff like that. We don't really use all that much of 1-inch stuff, and it's pretty rare for us to use 3/4. But I know a lot of guys that do carry 3/4, not that they ever use it, but. Yeah, because I buy stuff. It might seem like I buy stuff pretty fast, but actually I've had this list and I've saved up specifically. I have an account specifically for tools and my car. And I spent 8 years saving up for these. And I had a list so long. And I mean, it's still long. And I still, I look at that Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet almost every month when I get paid. I'm like, should I get it this month or should I wait? And I've had items on there for 2-3 years, and slowly but surely I'll get the stuff I need. And I've knocked a lot of stuff off of there and not bought it because it's stuff that I just thought looked cool, but you don't actually need it. That's one thing you guys got to be careful with, is not buying those gimmicky crap tools. Like, what the hell is this called again? This, I forgot to put in my 5 tools that I regret. What the hell is this called? Like a gator grip or something? When I had just my Stanley set of tools, a buddy borrowed them, broke my ratchet, replaced it with some unknown ratchet, and one of my sockets, and then a spark plug socket. And he replaced the spark plug socket with this damn thing. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool when I first looked at it. I tried using it on a fastener. This thing doesn't work on anything. This is the biggest waste of money. I don't know what these cost. Oh shit, it says Gator Grip on it. By Endeavor, made in USA. Well, that's kind of sad. I don't want anything that says made in USA, and it sucks. Usually USA made stuff is pretty good, but I refuse to say I like this thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Milwaukee is moving up in the world really fast. They got some great stuff. Have I blown a tranny yet? Yeah, in my old 93 Blazer Sport. I loved that truck. I paid, I think, $2,000 for it. My dad's, one of my dad's best friends had it. And when I was stationed in South Korea, I bought it off of him because I was making good money in Korea. So I bought it off of him, and I loved that truck. It had a 2-inch lift all the way around, some nice tires on it. It was all white with black trim, perfect condition, ran great. It was a 350 with a 700 R4. And like I said, I paid $3,000 for it. And when I drove from Nebraska to Georgia, because that's where I was stationed next, after about 3 months, going into second and third, would almost break your spine. Like, it got bad. And then it just took a shit on me, and I took it to a tranny shop because I had never worked on transmissions before, and I lived in the barracks, so I had absolutely nowhere to work on anything. So even my buddies that had worked on transmissions before, we had nowhere to work on it at. So I took it to a shop, and they wanted just as much to replace or pull it out and fix it and put it back in as I paid for the truck. So I was just like, yeah, no thank you. I should have just bought a used transmission and put it in there, but I ended up getting rid of it, which I really regret now because that was a beautiful truck. The Milwaukee Ratchet's $79 right now? Oh, okay, for the tool only. Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen them, under $99, but, I want I'm looking at one, I think it's like $145, and it comes with the charger, because I don't have a charger, because I have no Milwaukee tools. And then I think it came with the upgraded battery, the bigger one for the M12. Yeah, I try to stay pretty organized. I think that has something to do with my OCD. It bugs me if, you know, I just walk out and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy this and this and this, and then have no use for it whatsoever. Yeah, the Snap-on student program is amazing. They give some really good discounts. I just wish they would give discounts like that to everybody all the time. They would still make stupid money on their tools. Yeah, the Gator Grip. Yeah, you're probably right. It probably only works if it's already loose because I've tried it a couple times and it sucked. Thank you. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the videos. Uh, that's exactly what I want. I want you guys to love the videos. Like, I want the content to be good quality. So as soon as I start my next video, when I actually let you guys know that I'm using my new camera, let me know how the audio sounds and what you guys think of the video. It should be pretty good because it should be better than this. But let me know if you guys can notice a difference or not. Oh, damn. Yeah, I was looking at that 1/4 inch driver as well. I think that's what the Mechanic Man 92 has. It looks like a little miniature drill. But I'm not sure if that's what he showed me or not, but I definitely want to get that. Thank you, Fred. Damn, you paid $99 for all of that? And then $79 for the M12 3/8 ratchet? I'll give you $99 for that set that you got. Thank you. Yeah, my Malibu. When I first got it, uh, well, because I first noticed it in '09 when I was getting ready to leave for the military, and I saw it when it first came out. I was like, damn, I want that car. Uh, and I was young then, but I was still into cars. And even though it's a family car, I'm like, that's a clean car. And then when I got back from deployment, I think it was 2013, I could have got a GTO or a Cobalt SS because I had a 300ZX at the time, but it was not reliable. I was going to have to dump a lot of money into it. But I was driving my buddy's Honda Accord, and I drove it on leave. He let me take it all the way to Nebraska, and it felt really good to have a bigger car as well as reliable and good on gas. So I kind of forgot about the sports car side of things, and I just remembered about the Malibu, and I went out and I found the LTZ. I wanted everything with it, and I got it. It was 6 months old, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave the car just the way it is. I love the way it looks. I slowly did one thing, and I could not stop. I did the rims, I did the brakes, I did the hood, I blacked everything out, carbon fiber on all the plates and stuff, tinted the windows, did a system in it, custom intake, custom exhaust, a rear diffuser, the easy lit front bumper. Not a lot of engine mods because I want it to be reliable. I don't want to affect its performance. But I want it to look pretty cool. Yeah, maintaining tools, I use WD-40. I used to. It was really annoying because when anybody would come over and watch me work on my car or anything, they got really annoyed because like I would do something on the car and then I'd clean the tool off and I'd set it down or I'd put it back in the box, and then I'd go to work on something else and I need that exact same tool back, so I'd go get it, use it again, clean it off, put the tool back, and I'd do that constantly because I love my tools to be clean. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? You're wasting so much time. I'm like, so I've kind of gotten better about it. I use tools. When I'm done with it, I set it off to the side. And then when I'm done with the job, instead of putting everything back, cleaning everything and putting everything back as I'm doing the job and going back and forth, now I just kind of set everything up here on the workbench. So when I'm done with the job, I just have a big pile of tools and I just sit there for 30 minutes just cleaning the tools. So that's a little bit better. You missed everything, Mechanic Man 92. I mean, I told the world my secrets. Nah, man, you didn't miss much. Yeah, but I use WD-40 to clean all my tools. Yeah, Home Depot definitely seems to have the best deals. I think the only other place I would buy from is, Amazon or eBay. Because everywhere else raises the prices of Milwaukee stuff. Sorry about that. I didn't know you had such crappy stuff in Ireland. Oh damn, the Evo 10. That's the last one they made, isn't it? What's up, minions? Granger? I haven't even checked that out. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are upset about the Evo ending. Oh yeah, I forgot to answer the question. Somebody asked what camera I got. It's the Nikon B500. It was in between the Nikon S7000 and the Nikon B500. And another reason I didn't go with the S7000 is because they were all sold out because it was on sale for 200 and they only had the display one left and they told me they would only give me 10% off and some stuff could be missing. I was like, I don't want the one that everybody's been playing with and dropping on the ground and shit. So I went with the B500. The only thing I don't like about this camera is it takes double A's. But the batteries are supposed to last about 4 times longer than a rechargeable battery. So that's still pretty decent. We got a 32 gig SD card. It's got a 40 times zoom. It still shoots 1080p and everything, so the video quality should be good. The sound should be good. It has the same feature as yours as well. It's got built-in Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and NFC, so I can connect my phone to it, and I can see myself through the phone, as well as the screen rotates. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it automatically uploads the videos and photos that I take to my phone, so then I can just access it from my phone and I can pause and zoom and everything from my phone. So I think that's a really cool feature. Thank you for pointing that out, Mechanic Man 92. That is an amazing feature to have. So I got this for roughly around 240, 250, something like that. One second. Missing a lot of comments here. Sleeve Customs channel? I don't know if I've heard of that. On YouTube to see the capability of the M12 fuel line. It routinely removes lug nuts. Nice. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I was doing a lot of research before buying a camera. It was in between, I think it was Nikon and Canon. And there was a couple, I went on YouTube and checked out, best vlogging cameras, because that's basically what this is. I mean, I'm not shooting sports or, anything like that. It's basically, I wanted to be able to see myself. I wanted good quality. But I also didn't want to spend like $2,000 on a camera. But once again, I gotta give my wife a huge shout out because she bought me this camera for my birthday, and I love her so much. She's absolutely amazing, so I hope she sees this. Who knows? It's kind of weird to have her watch my videos when I'm around. I'm like, stop watching that. That's weird. You're just watching me. Yeah, my wife told me I had to do research because we didn't want to regret buying a camera and then having to take it back. What's weird? I'm lost. Oh, I think I caught on to what you were saying. That's weird about my wife watching it, and it's just like me. One thing you should check out is your paths through will work on getting spark. That's a good idea. I might have to check, see how that works. The Camaro project's coming pretty well. Uh, as you guys can tell, I haven't really shot any videos of it recently, but I'm gonna be doing a horn install. Obviously, I can't show you what the horns sound like because nothing is in the car, like the battery or anything like that. But I'll show you how to wire up a horn kit and where you can mount them on a Camaro. Then as soon as I get this stuff hydro dipped carbon fiber, I'll show you how to install the blower motor housing, and then we're gonna get the pulley system set out and painted. As soon as that comes back, we can focus on basically finishing it up. I have a little bit of the wiring left to do. I got the rest of the passenger side basically done. I just got to run the loom on it, so that's not much of a video. I was originally going to shoot a video of that, but everybody doing a project like this, it's going to be a little bit different. What you're keeping, what you're not keeping. Are you using AC? Are you using a lot of the stock parts, or are you switching like me? Because I can basically delete almost everything. But I don't really have enough material to actually shoot a full video. It would be like a 1-minute video of me saying, I wrapped this wire loom in electrical tape. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard a lot of good things, Mechanic Man 92, about the GoPro. A lot of people like that. I'm not sure if I would want to use it for my videos or not, because to me the GoPro has that weird angle to their videos. I'm not sure if you can change that or not. I think you can, but uh, I just feel better, with your general camera. Like, I know the basics of it. With a GoPro, it's basically all different to me, so I wanted to stick to something that I knew. Oh, nice. Minions Garage. I'll have to check that video out. I know a lot of people that daily drove their project car. I did before I actually tore the engine out. I drove mine all the time. As far as a car club, I did in Georgia, not for my Camaro, for my 300. Um, but as far as my Camaro, nobody's really. I've never stuck around somewhere long enough to start or join a car crew for Camaros, because when I was in Arizona, I had bought this like 6 months before I left, and the car scene wasn't the biggest there. It was mainly imports, and I had a little V6 in there, so nobody really gives a shit about a Camaro that's a V6. So I didn't really bother too much, and then I moved here to Texas, and I've had the engine out basically the entire time, so not really much time to join a Camaro crew. Never read the instructions. Just press buttons until it says it's recording. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so as far as upcoming videos for the Camaro, it'll be the horn install, maybe mocking up the fuel line. Can't really do much with it with the engine out, but I can at least test fit, the new fittings I have on the way to make sure they mount up to the hard lines fine. And then I'm probably going to look for somebody that's actually messed with steel braided fuel line before and have them help me with it, because the last thing I want to do is butcher this fuel line or have a leak somewhere, because that's the last thing I want. But it seems pretty simple. I mean, I get the concept of it. Wherever you're gonna cut, you want to wrap in tape, and cut on that tape so the braided part doesn't fray out. But then you gotta remove it and get the AN fitting on there, and You got to be careful not to damage the fittings because they're red and black, and I like the way they look, and if I mess them up, I'm going to be really disappointed. I was actually watching one of your videos, Mechanic Man, and somebody's like, do you have a project car? And you're like, no, not really. Not really. I don't think that's me. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. Mine was pretty good. It was beautiful out. Didn't really spend too much time outside though. It sounds good. Yeah, because I'm just doing straight pipe with a couple down, mufflers, just a dump pipe down after the driver's seat. I'm going through inline tube for my brake lines and fuel lines. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I was originally gonna replace all my fuel line all to the back, but I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Because I mean, my fuel lines are already in really good condition, and I can easily access them right here. But I definitely have enough hose to at least do the main fuel line. I don't think I have enough to do the main and the return, but I think it's 30 feet of fuel line that I have. It's a pretty big roll. So, and then another thing I got to figure out is actually connecting my fuel line to the carburetor, because I got the dual inlet for the carb. Well, it already had the adapters on there for you to just twist in your fuel line, but I got to take those out and put my dual fuel line adapter in there. But the carburetor comes with two little gold fuel filters in the carburetor part, and with my new fuel line adapters, I can't screw it in all the way because the filters are too big. So I'm thinking the route I'm going to have to go is I'm going to have to remove those little gold filters and just run an inline fuel filter on the fuel line. In 20 years? That sounds about right. I think I might hopefully have an older muscle car by then as well. So either a Nova or a Malibu, Chevelle, who knows, Camaro. I would love an older one, but right now I can't afford to fix up a real classic, muscle car, because that costs a lot more money. This project car is already costing me a lot of money. I can't even imagine building one of those right now. That would cost even more. But once again, I want to apologize for my last couple videos on I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was very aggravating for me because everything kept cutting out, and I had to keep remaking these videos, so I kept getting pretty grumpy during these videos. But I hope they turned out okay. Yeah, room is definitely a big issue, and money. Money can definitely affect a project car. Oh damn. What'd you do with your Camaro? Yeah, my wife always tells me that it's not fair that she doesn't get to park in the garage, but I don't have anywhere else to park my Camaro. I can't just leave it outside, so sacrifices have to be made. Yeah, a couple of times in those videos I got pretty damn upset, but I just had to, let myself cool down as well as my phone while it was in the fridge, and, breathe a little bit. Oh, damn. That seems to happen a lot. A lot of people I know get rid of their muscle car, and the next owner either abandons it or destroys it, and it's just sad. What's up, Gary? Thank you for joining us, and thank you for all your support on my videos. I notice you comment quite often, and I want to thank you for that. So I started watching that new Kong movie last night, and it seems pretty good. I only got like halfway through it, but that seems like a pretty good movie. Anybody go see Fate of the Furious yet? I think I saw that last weekend. My wife didn't like it. I know people don't like them because they got away from racing and they got really into the action side of it, but I still liked it. It was pretty decent. I just like anything action-packed, especially with Jason Statham and The Rock. I mean, I like those guys, so. Yeah, Kong seems like a pretty damn good movie. I mean, I just got to the part where they were introduced to the guy from Step Brothers, so I haven't got that far into it, maybe about halfway, but it seems pretty good so far. Ice cream phone? What? Alright, Minions Garage, thank you for joining us. Take care. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, I mean, some people hate the Fast and the Furious just because they got so far away from racing, and their racing scenes are ridiculous just because they're always shifting through gears. But all in all, I love just action-packed movies like that, so I can't complain. I love all those movies. I watch a lot of movies. My wife tells me all the time I watch too much movies, but I can't help myself. It's addicting. If I'm not doing this, or if I'm not hanging out with my wife, that's probably what I'm doing. I don't play a lot of video games. Actually, I don't hardly ever play video games. I mainly just watch TV. Yeah. My phone was, you could feel it, like, if I put it in my hand, you could feel your palm just heating up, or if I put it in my pocket, I could feel my pocket getting hot. Like, my phone was pissing me off. It's not doing bad right now. I'm surprised it hasn't died. It actually only went down like 30%. Yeah, I think they're a pretty good movie. Oh. I don't think I've gotten anything new that I haven't included in my videos. Yeah, I don't really have anything new much to show you guys. But we did just hit, an hour. And last time I didn't even realize we almost hit 2 hours on a live video. I thought that was nuts because I felt like I was only doing this for like 20, 30 minutes. But time flies when you do these live videos. I love interacting with you guys. I love when you guys always comment on my videos, so I think this is a lot of fun. Deciding what kind of new workbox you want. As far as the workbox, because I still have my Matco service cart, and it's a pretty good sized cart, It's probably about this wide. I'm not sure the exact measurements, but it's 6 drawers, about this size each, this depth, and it's 6, and it's got the open top, so it's got quite a bit of room, and I'm gonna keep that for my service cart because it's really good quality and holds a good amount of tools. So as far as my work box, my main one that I'm probably gonna purchase, I don't want to start off with anything that I gotta pay thousands and thousands of dollars for, like a Snap-on, because I want majority of the money in tools so I can make that money back and then move up to a better box. So I'm either gonna start out with the new Husky 60-inch flat black, just like this one. It's identical, except it's just the workbench, and it's 60 inches, so it's quite a bit longer. And deeper, it's 25 inches deep instead of like 17 3/4. Or if I don't go with that, I'll go with like the Extreme Toolboxes version, or the Gator-built one that's basically like the Extreme, except it's supposed to be stronger. And that one usually runs under $2,000, so might do that one. Or I'll start off with the Husky that's 700 and move up to that Gator-built box. But I haven't really decided yet. I still got a year to figure it out and save for it, so. Will I paint or wrap the Camaro when it is done? Yes, I will. I wish I had the color that I'm gonna wrap it, because I mean the paint job's not too terrible on it. The guy that owned it before, him and his dad did a pretty decent job. Some of it's like body panels are different shades than the other because it's a metallic paint, and metallic's really hard to do. I'm sure the Mechanic Man 92 can tell you. Basically, when you're doing a paint job, a normal paint job, you could do a fender, a door panel, and you know, all separately if you needed to. But with a metallic paint, you have to do all the way from front to back and get it all very well. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with different shades, and that's what happened. My fender is lighter than my door, and my door is lighter than my rear quarter panel. So it's not off by much, but you can tell. So I'm definitely gonna have it wrapped because I don't accept cheap paint jobs. I would end up spending a crap ton of money on a paint job. But I know a guy that said he would give me a discount on a wrap job, a 1-year warranty for anything. He said even after a year I could just come back and they could rewrap it real quick for me. $700, and I want to do a matte chrome like maroon. It's really hard color to find. It's not like chrome, it's like a matte chrome. It's really hard to explain. You'll have to look it up. Just type in matte chrome maroon or something like that on Google. You'll find like a Land Rover or something that is identical color to what I want to do on mine. Whoa. Hey, what's up, David? When is the next collaboration video? We could probably do it next weekend if you want. The Harbor Freight one seems to be a pretty decent price too, yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go into debt with a box. I want to, you know, make some money when I first start working again. I don't want to end up having to pay off a toolbox for the first year that I work. You'll paint it? All right. That sounds good, man. Thank you, David. That's awesome. Yeah, I never thought my channel would be growing like this. This is absolutely amazing. I think we're over 1,200 subscribers now, and I'm trying to decide if I should do a gift giveaway at 1,500, 1,750, or 2,000, because I did one at 500 and 1,000. But if we keep growing at the rate we are, I'm gonna end up broke buying you guys tools. But I definitely love helping you guys out. So I think my next one will be, I don't think I'll wait till 2,000 because that could be a ways away. But 1,500 or 1,750, definitely gonna do another gift giveaway. And I think I might include some tools that I don't use, because maybe they'll be, they're not the best quality tools, like the Hyper Tough ratcheting screwdrivers. I don't use them, but they could be useful to somebody else. And even whoever does win it, maybe they couldn't use them, but maybe they can give them to somebody else, you know, that works on, you know, like low remote control cars or stuff like that, because it's not too often that I use precision stuff. So I'll definitely make the gift giveaway better than the previous one, as well as adding in some tools that I don't really use myself. You're about to buy a toolbox? That's kind of difficult. It depends on what your price range is and what you want, whether you want a tall box or if you want like a workbench one or if you want a service cart. It all depends on what you're really looking for. The Flat Rate Master, I have watched quite a few of his videos actually. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to him too. That's the only color I'll paint. What color? Mountain Dew green. I don't know if I want to do Mountain Dew green on my car. You're doing one at 1500? Yeah, because I'm getting up there pretty fast, so I definitely got to start looking into what would be a good gift giveaway. What is that, 10,000? Mountain Dew Green for a toolbox? I could do that. Not my Camaro though. No way. Sorry bro, you're not painting my car. Yeah, strictlytoolboxes.com is a great place for a toolbox. They have service carts, they have boxes for the back end of beds and work trucks. They have full-blown boxes, they have side cabinets, top lockers, side lockers, all that good stuff. And they got really decently priced stuff for really good quality toolboxes. Now, they're a couple grand, anywhere from, $600 to, 10 grand. But the majority of the most common boxes are about 2 grand. So that's a really good price. You're getting a $2,000 box that's the same size as a Snap-on $10,000 box. So, and it's good quality. I've seen a couple of them in person. What's up? What are your thoughts on the 46-inch Milwaukee 16-drawer tool chest? I don't know if I've seen that one. Is that the one that the Mechanic Man 92 had, or is that a different one? Lowe's and Home Depot have good boxes. That's definitely, like this one. I'd say it's good for beginners. It's really good for home use. I mean, anybody that's looking for a box for home use, definitely Home Depot or Lowe's. You're looking at a really decently priced box for really good quality for home use. Would I use this in the work environment? Yes, I would, but not permanently. I would definitely have to upgrade because using it every day, all day, it would wear out, and I would run out of room. But starting off, you could probably do that, and then work your way up after that. It's a Home Depot? What? I'm confused. Yeah, Lowe's is the one that carries the, what is it? No, Sears carries a lot of Craftsman. Lowe's is what, Cobalt, I think? And then Home Depot is, Husky and all those, DeWalt and Milwaukee. The Rollin cabinet is good for Milwaukee. Mine broke. Yeah, stop messing with your drawers, bro. Yeah. They definitely don't have the best, color selection, but that's one of the reasons I went with this one. Not only does it have the soft closed drawers and the magnetic strip and a lot of power ports and stuff like that, and a good amount of space, it's definitely the black on black. I love the murdered out look. I don't like chrome a lot. I deleted a lot of chrome on my Malibu because it was just too much. So I was pretty happy with this box. Yep. Send a link? I think you can send a link. Maybe you'll have to wait till I end this video and then leave a comment down below of the link, and I'll have to check it out. Yeah, the 60-inch Husky workbench definitely looks really good. They got that 66-inch one, but it's the black and the chrome. But that seems to actually have pretty weak drawers, and I heard a lot of people have problems with them. So I figured I would go with the 60-inch with that has the same, quality as this box. So I think that's the one I'm gonna go with. I wish it had the black wheels. I can't even casters, but they got the chrome one, or just the metal ones. But I'm not picky about that. They have a classic 78 box for 2,000. 25. That's really not terrible, because that's a pretty big box for a decent price. Because if you go to strictlytoolboxes.com, you're probably gonna get that. So maybe if you get that student discount, yeah, you could go that route. That's pretty decent. But as far as those people without discounts, Snap-on boxes can be pretty expensive. Yeah, I just watched your video about the job fair tomorrow. Hopefully you find something, bro. Yeah, I've heard about the blue version as well, the Husky blue one. Somebody did a review on it in the store, and they pointed out a couple bad things about it, but overall it didn't seem bad at all. Yeah, but the Home Depot and mainly Home Depot and Strictly Toolboxes, have those good beginner to moderate toolboxes, especially Strictly Toolboxes. They have some pretty damn decent quality toolboxes, and it's better than. I'm not hating on Snap-on. I would love a Snap-on toolbox, but am I gonna pay $8,000 for it? You're out of your damn mind. I could dump $8,000 into my Camaro. I could throw some twin turbos on it. But some people just make more money than me. And some people are in debt. And I refuse to be in debt. I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope you guys have a good week. Hey, Diesel Crew, how you been? Glad you made it. Right towards the end. I'm getting ready to wrap it up here soon. We have been on for an hour and 20 minutes almost. I'd love to be a millionaire and have it all too. I would love to build whatever car I ever dreamed of and have the most beautiful toolbox, but just not that lucky. Yeah, David, I refuse to be in debt. I'm glad you had a good weekend. I hope all of you guys had a good weekend. All right then. But yeah, guys, I got the new camera, and my next video I will definitely make sure to shoot with this new camera, and you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. It should be pretty damn good quality still, and hopefully the sound is just as good, if not better, because it has dual mics, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content from now on. I shouldn't have to worry about my phone overheating or anything anymore, so that should be good. Yeah, I think I might want to choose a different career path too if I want to be a millionaire. Unless I'm gonna, start the engineer side of the automotive field, I don't think I'm ever gonna become a millionaire in this business. But this is what I absolutely love to do. I love working on cars, even though I get frustrated pretty easily. But working on cars, my frustration isn't as bad. Good SD card. Yeah, I got a 32 gig SD card for my camera, so should be able to hold quite a bit. Plus, it just automatically starts uploading the videos to my phone as soon as I'm done recording anyways, so as soon as it's on my phone, I can probably delete it from my camera, so. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you guys have any video ideas, please leave them down in the comments after this video so I can actually see them after the video is over with. I'm gonna need more video ideas. You guys, if you haven't checked out my toolbox tour, I did 3 in the last few days. A part 1, part 2, and then the third one was basically in my previous video where I just went through it and suggested, you know, some tools for some new techs. Please check those videos out. Kind of look through my tools and see maybe some things that you want me to compare, or maybe it'll click in your head some good video ideas. So please, after this video is up on YouTube, after we're done doing it live, please leave a comment down below of some video ideas. Yeah, that's why sometimes I'm glad I can't record everything I do for you guys, because you guys would hear some pretty bad cussing and screaming. Like that last bolt on my motor mount on the passenger side, I was not having it. That thing was kicking my ass. It took me like 30 minutes alone just to get one bolt in that passenger side motor mount. You're right. I should probably start selling Snap-on boxes and make some money. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll check out that video. Outtakes. You know, I'm actually, you know, since Garnet Tools has done a couple of his bloopers, I wish I could have saved some of the videos that I've done in the past that I didn't, you know, put up, because I had a lot of bloopers and I went back and watched them and they were pretty funny, because I'll like start a video and, well, sometimes for some reason my phone wouldn't be recording, so I'd just be sitting there talking to myself, and then sometimes I mess up and say something backwards and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I have to go restart the video, and I was like, damn, I should have saved those videos. They would have been pretty funny, but I should have saved them, but not that lucky. I'll check that out, man. Yeah, man, the blooper one from Garnet Tools, his first one is absolutely hilarious. I was dying when I first watched that one, but too bad I don't have any. What box do I have for work? Right now I just have a Matco service card. It's a 6-drawer and the top opens up and has, you know, your parts in there. It's at the end of one of my Tool Talk videos, I believe. If you just look at the titles, it'll say Matco service card at the end. Go ahead and check it out. I show a quick clip of each drawer, how I have it laid out and everything. Yeah, it was. Alright guys, but I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love chatting with you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Big shout out to you guys for all your support and help and commenting. Big shout out to my wife for getting me a new camera and supporting me in everything that I do. She's absolutely amazing. I love her so much. We're getting ready to have our baby here soon, so I can't wait to start our new life with our son. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below after this video is over of what you guys thought, and if you have any new video ideas, because I need more content. I want to shoot content, so check out my toolbox tours. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much. And have a great week. If you guys are working, I hope it's easy and it goes by fast. Take care, guys. Later, guys. Peace out.